Uncle here from tacticalgamer.com, and this is the mission editing series for the game ArmA 3 for the modification Tactical Battlefield. And this is the part 6 where we have taken a mission and built it up. Just going to make some adjustments now on some zones and write our briefing. So the adjustments I wanted to make in the last part in the video, I was talking about I didn't like the way that this is the main base for the Blue 4 team. This is the forward or fire base, they call it, for them, where they can spawn here and move forward a little quicker. Usually you have limited assets and that sort of thing there, so that's how the tactics of that differ. But I've decided that I want to make vehicles available here. And if I give them vehicles when they're going for this point, they just probably get there a little too fast, especially if they're going to do a defense here. I don't want them to just be able to zerg rush from here on quad bikes and get to a defense here. They would have to actually set something up, pardon me, in order for that to work properly, in my view. So what I'm going to do is make this zone only spawnable for Blue 4 when Blue 4 owns at least the it would be the docks here, and this one we called south. So zone 2 and zone 3. So this zone here is going to depend on the ownership of those two zones. Okay, and obviously Op4 can't own both of them because once they do, the game ends. But I'm still going to build in another dependency. I'm going to have it depend on the main base here for Op4, and then ownership of zone 2 and 3. So 1, 2, and 3 must be owned by Op4 in order for this one to work. That will open up giving them quad bikes, and then moving into the center and up here at least is going to be a little bit easier. Okay, so now in my text editor I've got zone 9, zone 8, pardon me, is the Team Blue instant respawn point. It's going to depend on the ownership of zone 1 and zone 2 and zone 3. They must own at least 3 of those zones in order for this to be active. I will do the same thing on the Ops 4 side. So their zone 9 is going to depend on the ownership of 7, which is their main base, 6, which is the north point, and 5 from the barracks. Once they own the barracks, in order to get to the center, then I'll allow them to have access to those vehicles and that forward respawn point. Okay, so that's depending on 3. And again, that's why my whiteboard is still up here and I haven't erased it until I'm complete with the mission. I always take that photograph of it too. That way I always print it out and I can just go back to it when I want to edit it later. Okay, so save that up. That should deal with that. Now while we're here, let's do the briefing. So the briefing for Blue 4. Okay, deployment options. There's more than just walking. We'll say Blue 4 can deploy to, and we'll actually the fire base, and I'll say fire base. I think we called it forward base in my zone other thing here, right? Zone list, I called it forward base, so I'll call it forward base here anyway. Now I want to actually make a clickable link there, so you click it when you're looking at the briefing and it'll show you exactly which one we're talking about. So I'm going to say marker name equals, and that is zone 8, and then it will make that a clickable link, and we end that tag Bit of space in there. Once. Once they have captured the docks, right? Mark name equals zone 3. I should make those capital so they stick out. And I'm ending that. Okay. I'm just going to do the same thing so that they know what the capabilities op for is. Op for can deploy their forward base 9 once they have captured barracks. So, box, yeah, barracks, 5. And that is zone 5. Well, some general tips. Attack strategies: deploy forward outposts quickly. And anything else I pretty much should leave to the intelligence of the players. And defensive strategies. Okay, that should be good enough. There we go. And I can obviously copy that briefing into each. I don't have to worry about the vehicle list because, again, that is automatically all done by Tactical Battlefield, the mod itself. So I'm just going to copy this, save that file, open up my file list and look at the briefing for the red side, paste that in there, save that, and I can close them out. I will just double check that they're working properly, and I believe that is it for the changes here, and I'll have to sort out the helicopter issues. I think last time I was here I didn't mention one thing, and that is there's somewhere in here where you set the game mode. Here we go. Class AAS for assault and secure. It's a little bit different for attack and defend. Let's see if I can find one for you so at least you see what it looks like. I just did an attack and defend, follow Faranaki, and in it, right in that init, there was the this was calling upon the assault and defend init. Okay. Here is my settings. I changed some kits and class assault and defend, and the way you do tickets were completely different. Okay, so there you go. That should be it. Let's head on back to the editor, do a quick test, and we're out. Okay, so I've gotten into my mission, and I'm looking at my briefing. Blue 4 can deploy to the forward base. There we go. It's listed and it's shown as green because it's still neutral until once they have captured the docks. Excellent. And Op 4 can deploy at their forward base once they have captured the barracks. Excellent. Okay, so the briefing is working properly. Base deployment option. The flag pulls back. Base deployment not accessible. Prefect. Yeah, so I'm still here, and now I can, oh yes, bring up my map. Now I can go capture the docks. Teleported to here. That flagpole is doing fine sitting where it is, so obviously that's the ground there, and there isn't much difference between the ground level and the docks there. But I think once, by the time you get over here, it'd be another story. So double checking this. We own this, and we now should be able to deploy to the forward base. Just double checking this by going to map. And teleporting back to the main. And over here, choose base deployment. And now I should be able to deploy that forward base. I just got to put in the vehicles. So there you go, Uncle from Tactical Gamer. Pretty much it's fine-tuning from here that I'm sure you can sort out. Okay, yes, I found some more details. I've added those vehicles, some more cars in for each team. And then in here you want to give a bit of a description of some of the assets you have available. So in here, so you would say something like what they have available. So you've got Hilo. Let's see. And something like that. Just give an idea what's involved in the mission. I don't think I've missed too much. There we go. Oh, and mounted weapons. And hopefully that's clear that it means for both sides. Alright, so again, Uncle from TacticalGamer.com, and this is the tutorial series for ArmA 3, doing editing for the Tactical Battlefield mod. See you in game.